The woman entrusted with the late Queen's most beloved companions, now at the center of a jaw-dropping controversy. What if those iconic royal corgis could be cloned and sold for tens of thousands of pounds? According to an explosive report by the Mail on Sunday, Sarah Ferguson was allegedly involved in talks to do exactly that as part of a controversial reality TV show concept. A plan so bizarre, critics are calling it grotesque. The story begins after the death of Queen Elizabeth II, when Sarah Ferguson, famously known as Fergie, was entrusted with two of her beloved corgis, Muick and Sandy. These weren't just pets, they were symbols of the Queen herself, deeply personal, deeply iconic. But behind the scenes, something unexpected was allegedly brewing. In 2023, reports claim Fergie explored ways to monetize the dogs, amid financial pressures and a dramatically shifting royal landscape. The most shocking idea? A reality TV show centered on cloning the Queen's corgis. Yes, cloning. According to insiders, meetings were held with US-based producers, including executives from Halcyon Studios. The pitch? A high-concept reality series titled around a provocative idea. Fergie launches a business called The Queen's Corgis, cloning the royal dogs and selling them to wealthy buyers around the world. The show would follow her journey through the complex science of cloning, the emotional weight of royal legacy, and her own personal struggles, financial, social, and reputational. Producers reportedly described it as a bold and controversial business venture, but critics? They called it something else entirely. Let's break this down. Pet cloning isn't science fiction, it's real. It involves extracting DNA from an animal's cells, inserting it into an egg, and growing an embryo in a surrogate. The result? A genetic replica of the original animal. But here's the problem. Experts warn the process is far from perfect. Multiple failed attempts are common, abnormalities can occur, and ethical concerns are massive. Still, the business is booming, especially in the United States, where cloning is legal. The price tag? Up to £75,000 per dog, which makes the idea incredibly lucrative and incredibly controversial. The reaction from royal commentators was swift and brutal. Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams reportedly slammed the concept as unbelievably grotesque and utterly bizarre. And it's not hard to see why. To many, the corgis are part of Queen Elizabeth II's legacy, symbols of her personality, her comfort, even her private world. Turning them into a commercial cloning enterprise, for critics, that crosses a line. To understand this story, you have to understand Fergie's long-running financial struggles. Over the years, Sarah Ferguson has repeatedly faced money troubles, often turning to media, endorsements, and business ventures to stay afloat. Things reportedly worsened after King Charles III reduced financial support linked to then Prince Andrew following the Queen's death. And that's not all. Her past controversies, from a cash-for-access scandal to links with disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, have cast long shadows over her reputation. Emails revealed she once pleaded for financial help, even asking for employment during desperate times. All of this paints a picture of someone under pressure and possibly willing to explore unconventional ideas. But here's where the story takes another turn. A spokesperson for Fergie has strongly pushed back. Speaking to the Mail on Sunday, they insisted that the former Duchess of York, she never intended to monetize the corgis. The insider claims Fergie only listened to TV proposals and ultimately withdrew from any discussions. According to her team, the idea was never seriously pursued, just another pitch in a long list of media opportunities. So what's the truth? A desperate cash grab, a misunderstood pitch, or simply a wild idea that went too far? What's undeniable is this: even years after her passing, Queen Elizabeth II's legacy continues to spark fascination, controversy, and now even futuristic debates about science and ethics. And as for those corgis, for now they remain exactly as the Queen left them, not cloned, not sold, just royal.